Hey guys, John Loxley here, back with, well, another what I call single servings, right? It's a game that I want to show you guys, but, you know, not really going to play through the whole thing. This is Creeper World 3, Ark Eternal. It is a game that I'd recommend for a specific group of people. I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of fun. It's it's very indie. I think it's done by one developer. I believe there's a demo as well, so if you're curious, you can check it out. But I would definitely recommend it for people that are interested in, if you play like Civilization type games or Endless Legend and you like to do the expansion stuff where you spread across the map, this is definitely for you, because it is all about map control. If you're one of the leaderboard type people and you like to compete for scores and times and stuff, this might tickle your fancy as well. I'm just going to apologize in advance. I am a little bit sick. Dark Souls 3 is going to be a little bit delayed because, well, I went on vacation and like 2 days into it, you know, as soon as you slow down, you just get sick. That's how it goes. I didn't expect it, but here we are. So probably going to take a little bit of time off and kind of recover a little bit. So let's just show you guys. We'll just do one mission. I was thinking about doing a couple different things. So this is, I mean, there's like a metric ton. I mean, look at all this. These are all different galaxies with you know, anywhere from 2 to 10. See, there's 3 right there, 8 right there, another 8, another 7. All random galaxies or random maps for you to play. It is very indie. Don't let that turn you off, though. It is very good, or at least I thought so. So basically, you have it started out as a guy that just developed a simulation for water flow based on topography, right? So like all these little things are and this one too. They emit creeper, which is like blue gel. And it actually physically follows the topography, so, you know, it'll have to build up before it gets over to higher stuff, and then it'll just flow downward by itself. And your thing is, you have these little command centers, which are basically like your hubs. And I'm just going to place them wherever. And then you build little automated stuff and kind of connect them together. And these are solar collectors, so they generate power based on your space. And you can already see it's coming. You know, so all of your weapon platforms that you build will actually fight that stuff. And you can pause it and put in your orders, and then unpause it whenever you're ready. You could build different stuff, like I'm building a relay right now that's just a little bit, it has a longer connection than the normal stuff does. And you're going to want to build some turrets. Yeah, I kind of played with the sound a little bit. The bass is probably a little bit too high, but I think it'll still be fine. Now, for me, see, we're already starting to fight the creeper back. The music, there's an actual soundtrack. This game, it's good, but it's not, you know, I have over 200 hours in this game. Let's just put it out there like that. It is not a 200-hour long soundtrack. It just isn't. It's just not 200 hours long. So what I've basically been doing whenever I play this is I pause the music or mute it, and then I put on like a GDC talk or something. Hang on, I need to get some water. Honestly, I was half planning on not making any kind of video until I recovered, but as strange as it sounds, maybe it doesn't sound strange at all. There's been a few people that have been watching my Dark Souls playthroughs, and I don't want to disappoint them. Of course, they may not watch this at all. They may be expecting one tomorrow, and maybe I should have done a "Hey, I'm sick" video, but I don't know. So these are... what are they, totems? Yeah. Oh, we need more power. So your solar collectors generate power, and it's red now because you have too little. Building costs power. The cannons take power. All these little balls you see take power. And this forge lets you build upgrades, and these things generate the points that you use to upgrade stuff. So I'm going to do energy efficiency. So we just jumped from like 9 something to 11 something. But we can actually build reactors. We'll build a couple of those. And then we'll upgrade the speed of the network so that the little dots get there a little bit faster. So we're doing alright for now. The creeper is held back for the time being, but we do need more power. Power is the big thing at this point. And see, the lines are red. And we're in the red, so it's, not the greatest. We have been generating this ore, the anti-creeper stuff, and we can actually put that to use since our power is so limited. So we're building a sprayer. As I've said before, I do recommend this game. It's not much to look at, I freely admit, but it's functional. Let's zoom in just a little bit more. It works. You know what, let's zoom back out. I want to be able to see more stuff. So your goal is ultimately to kill this thing. This isn't in all levels, but it prevents you from leaving the system. And now our sprayer is now shooting the anti-creeper stuff, which dissolves. It's another form of liquid that dissolves the blue liquid on contact. I mean, they're both blue, but dissolves the dark blue. I think you can actually change the color of this stuff, but it's fine. We have different weapons like a mortar. And actually, so you have your different ranges, which you can't see right there because it's not built. But that's the range of that. You can actually move these platforms around. But we're going to increase the range. Now your mortar is like a little bomb. I mean, it's a mortar, right? So you can see the range has increased. Well, maybe you remember the range, but it's increased a little bit. And it will eliminate all creeper within a small thing, as opposed to these, which just shoot and take off at the top level. This will penetrate all the way to the ground. It takes a little bit longer to build. It's slower. It's not super great, but it is great at the same time. I know that doesn't make any sense. It's a really good weapon to have, but it's not. It's slow but powerful, basically. Let's build some strafers. So these are basically drones, and they take a lot of energy. I should have been building more reactors, but We'll say fire range. So these basically have a landing pad, and they'll fill them up with ammo once they're built, and then once they're full, they'll fly out and destroy this stuff. You have to set the target, but they'll actually fly out to the target, shoot their entire ammunition supply, and then return and pick up more. So these are basically constant drains on your energy, which is fine if you've actually kind of planned ahead. This game also reminds me of if you ever played Total Annihilation a long time ago. I think they remade it a few years back, and they wanted like $100 to do the early access thing. I don't think anything ever came of that. I think it got released. I don't remember, but it's kind of a similar game. You know, I'd say this game is kind of an RTS, kind of a real-time strategy. But instead of units, you have buildings. So it might be more like... Oh, what's that one with the... I can't remember what it's called. Something about giants? Giants attack or something? But we'll increase the move speed of our drones. Get a little bit more energy efficient, and then increase the packet speed. Oh, and energy storage. So now we can hold more energy. I'll launch these things in just a second. So some people prefer the approach of, I'm just going to eliminate this thing as fast as possible. And sometimes I do that. But like I said, at this point it's more of like a chill game for me. I put it on in the background. I put on like some kind of interesting talk, and then I just listen to that while I play. How you guys want to play is up to you. All right, so let's just send these out. That's not what I wanted to do. Highlight all of them at once, and then where is it the deepest? You have a little depth gauge right here that'll show you where... Oh, probably out here? We'll just say right between these two emitters, because they'll cover an area as they fly around and just destroy everything in this area. You'll see. So the secret to Total Annihilation, if you ever played it, is keep building. You constantly want to be building. And I just upgraded my ore efficiency a little bit so that the mines right here will generate ore a little bit more frequently. Every little bit helps because we're out. Now let's build my favorite thing. The Big Bertha. We'll build a couple of these. Basically, these things are like the mortars, but on an area pretty big. Bigger than this little pad one of my bases is on. And so we'll just set it to fire on this. It will eliminate all creeper down to the ground. So it's pretty awesome. But it is really expensive. 250 as opposed to the 5. And that's 250 of these little packets. So it's going to take a minute. You can actually speed that up by doing this, the build speed. That makes each packet count for a little bit more. Man, here I was thinking I felt a little better. I do feel better. The last couple days were rough, but probably not enough to do this too much. Make videos, I mean. Oh, let's talk about terraforming. There's the TERP. I don't know what it stands for. It's an acronym of some kind. You can see the range on it. Build that. Now I have the terraform option, and I can enclose this. So this is, what is that, 6? Terrain height of 6. No, let's do 5. It's too high. So once it's built, it'll fill in these spots. There it goes. Now you can also eliminate gaps in your solar collector panel, or you can make like a little one, you know what? I'll do it right here. Make yourself a little wall that the creeper can't get past. And you'll notice the anti-creeper stuff is actually flowing off of it, because this is higher and it's kind of separating it. So you can make land, which is pretty awesome. And I'm just going to keep building stuff. So the first time I played, this is Creeper World 3. The first time I played it was when the first one came out on like Newgrounds or something. And you can see the Big Bertha. You can see it all like flowing back into the gap where it was, because this thing just demolished the whole area, which is awesome. That'll be, if you have problems, build these things. They help. But yeah, I played the very first one on like Newgrounds or something, and ended up going to the dude's website and sending him like $10. And so you can move them. You just click on them, click where you want them to go, and they all have like, they're like automated rocket turrets. So they just levitate and move. And we'll increase our fire rate, which also affects our drones. And then your move speed not only affects your little platforms, but also the move speed of the drones as well. So it's kind of handy. All the upgrades are useful, but some are more useful than others based on, you know, what you're trying to do at the moment. See, look at that. It just eliminates the whole area. Yeah, we'll build more of those. Why not? More of the strafers, I mean. So, yeah, like I was saying, I purchased the original. Creeper World is the latest, but he has some other one. Particle Fleet, where you actually build ships, and it's kind of the same thing. That's a little bit loud. I'm going to turn this down just a bit. I'm seeing it spike into the red, which is probably too loud. Hopefully it wasn't too bad on your side. But our drones are full. They're going to start taking off and just shooting that. Let's turn that down just a little bit more, honestly. The audio is the hardest thing to get right, because because you can't plan for the average. You have to plan for the spikes. But you know, it's what it is. So now we're kind of at the quote-unquote late stage of the game, basically, because you've established your base, essentially. And now you're like, well, how do I stop the creeper? And I will show you. Build a couple more of these real fast. You can do kind of the turret. I don't know what you call it. You build platforms, you build more turrets in front of those platforms, then you gradually move your turrets forward. But you want to build these nullifiers. These nullifiers take out the emitters. And if you're in range, they'll tell you. If you're not, they will also tell you. If, like I said, there's a demo. There's a demo, at least for one of them out there, I know, because I played it before I tried it, or before I bought it. That's the nullifier going into effect. It has to wind up. Alright, so that one's done. Now we'll take these. We'll say attack the big one. Now the advantage to destroying emitters is they leave this little energy ring there. Whatever you build inside the ring will become amazing. So like, look at the normal radius for the mortar. It'll cover like half the map if I build that there. So we're definitely doing that. And the advantage of the relays is not only does it it extends the range of the connection between them, it's faster. So it'll actually prioritize the transit over the relay instead of the normal solar collectors. As you look at this thing, it's just shooting off mortars everywhere. You can also, let me see if it works. You could build a nullifier and do like twice the normal range, so it's pretty impressive. But yeah, like I said, I would recommend this game. I'm sure it's not going to be fun for everybody, but you can play the demo and try it. If not, there's sales fairly frequently, and it'll be down to like a couple of bucks. I think the newest one, the Particle Fleet, is 15 bucks, I think. So, I mean, you just wait for like a winter sale or a summer sale and it'll drop to like $3. And like I said, I've gotten several hundred hours out of it, so, it's pretty decent. It's not a bad little game. Alright, let's kind of finish up, because this is, with my mortar and the drones attacking it, it's very, it's pretty much, there's no more creeper coming out of it. So, and if you destroy this, it'll destroy the other one as well. So, you can make this a priority, or you can gradually work your way to it. Either way is fine. And these things are little pickups that kind of count towards score, but also you can use them. That's it. Took about 20 minutes. You can claim victory or keep playing. These are the see, that's the problem with the leaderboard, is a lot of people do tend to cheat, right? Like 37 seconds, come on. But we'll submit the score, and who knows where I am. I'm deep in there, probably the last. Oh, it only shows the top 250. Okay, that's fine. Well, now we can go to a different area. I don't know why I left. Oh, that means I've tried it and it was too difficult, so I probably left it. Well, I'm gonna leave that. It's it's fine. So that's Creepy World 3. I hope you guys enjoy it, despite my being a little under the weather. You could probably tell. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And this game's from 2016, and I still play it, so it's definitely gotten the money's worth. once again, I really hope you guys had fun. Thank you guys for your time and your attention. I was going to do some more of these, but I'm still feeling kind of crappy, so it'll probably not happen until I've recovered a little bit more. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really hope you guys have a good one. And until then, guys, take care.